Hey, we are drafting, we opened Mind Control. It's a beautiful place to be. In like one of the worst packs that I've ever seen. So that's double rad. Like if you asked me what I would most like to open in M12, probably start at Planeswalkers for ticket value. But I don't even know how many of the Planeswalkers are better than Mind Control. That pack would be fairly high up there. This is nothing for me. Scorehorn. I think Ether Adept is missing from this pack, which is really bad. There's a Drowned Catacomb, which I might take. There's an Armored Warhorse, which I might take. Honestly, all of these cards are pretty bad. I think I might just take the land. Well, what black stuff I'm gonna splash? Like Doomblade? No, I don't want to splash. I'm gonna take the Minotaurs, I think. Or the Warhorse. The Warhorse is just so much worse of a card. Skywinder Drake is fine here, if unexciting. It's alright. There's like 0 chance that I'm not playing blue, even if the guy to my direct right is in blue. I'll get enough out of pack 2. I already have a Mind Control, so that's just that. It's not like green where I could realistically just not get enough of a color. This is just a really good pack. Looter's better than Ether Adept. The problem is always that passing the Ether Adept is more likely to switch them into blue than passing the Looter. It's what I'm upset about as I take that card, which I'm not at all upset to be taking. I just don't want to be getting cut out of blue. Deathmark is probably the best card in the pack. Ring Flash, maybe. I could take the Hellhound and actually try to make red work. I don't know, I saw a shock. Might just do that. I've been seeing almost no white. Hellhound is an okay card. I've seen this pack before. I think Tunneler is better than Piker. Hellhound's already there. Minotaurs is there. Tunneler is not a card that I want a lot of, but even just as a 1/1 it trades with all the Goblin Piker sort of guys. All the mages, all that sort of stuff. Could also take turn to Frog and just try to solidify blue. Wow. Maybe I should be going black. Anyway, Chasm Drake is the clear pick for me out of this pack. But yeah, it looks like, I mean, those are all perfectly playable black cards. What's that worth? Wait. 8th pick Minotaurs? Now maybe I'm red again? Because that guy seems pretty good. It's a 5/5 creature, you know? I mean, it's no Anthem Cutthroat, but yeah, it's probably better than Anthem Cutthroat. Just hate Lurking Crocodile here, seems fine. Dark Favor seems like the only even remotely playable card. That may actually make it into my deck, as might that. Wait, Monomania is not a 14th pick. It's bad, but it's not a 14th pick. I'd still rather play Carl Merfolk. Oh, it's so hot here. Did I tell you guys that yet? It's so hot. I decided to wear a shirt for this, but like in between rounds it's coming straight off. Should be drinking more water too. So pack 1 went fine. I'm like in red and actually feel like it's the right place to be for the first time in my life-ish. Lavamancer or Looter? Jeez Louise. I think it's gotta be Lavamancer, and like blue-red has to be the best place for Lavamancer because of Looter, largely. Maybe I pick up a Ponder late somewhere, but yeah, I think Grim Lavamancer over Looter, although I also think it's a lot closer than most people would. I'm gonna need some shocks and incinerates now that I have a Lavamancer, but those shouldn't be too hard to come by. Yeah, that's pretty much 2 packs in a row that have opened a great card for me. Bell Tower Sphinx seems like the easy pick. Just a rare missing. I don't think I've ever seen those commons all together before. Yeah, definitely a Bell Tower Sphinx. Looter, Windmill Slam. Blood Ogre's okay. But I mean, I have a Grim Lavamancer, so Merfolk Looter is even better than usual, which makes it pretty good. Getting solid white from the left. Solid red as well. Solid most stuff. Wow, Oblivion Ring's still here. I have to choose between Incinerate and Divination here. And I know everybody else in the world Windmill Slams Incinerate, but I think it's fairly close. I'm going to end up taking Incinerate, and just tell you straight away. But I really do not think that it's that obvious a pick. It's crazy that Oblivion Ring is going 5th pick. Guys to my right who are cutting white are getting paid off pretty big, but like I'm getting good cards too, so whatevs. Not this time. Do I have anything that works with Active Treason? I don't think there is anything in red or blue. I guess Fling is the only thing. Maybe I take Goblin Grenade. Could board it in maybe against someone who had scary stuff. I'm generally pretty happy about people playing Spirit Mantle against me when I'm in blue, because I get all the unsummons. Plus I'm red, so I have Incinerate. Goblin Grenade seems like a fairly powerful card, but it also sort of sucks, I'm pretty sure. I'm just gonna take Active Treason, maybe it comes in against someone with Titans. This is not a great pack for me, I'm just gonna take Ice Cage, I think. Well, Wall of Torches. It's probably not actually that bad in a lot of spots. It says something about how little I like Ice Cage, doesn't it? I have 2 Bloodthirst guys. Ice Cage probably better than or something. I'm gonna hate drop that, I'm pretty sure. Or just splash it. What is that? What is happening here? This is a very, very, very powerful pack, obviously. Given Assault Griffin's still here, and Griffin Sentinel as well. Well, I could also take Circle of Flame. It's a card that I will sideboard in and play, and it does a pretty good number against Jade Mage. Plus I'm not... like... okay, I feel bad to say this, but I'm not that likely to play against someone who makes a green deck, because they're probably gonna lose the first round. Very, very happy to get Divination this late. Now I get our first pack back, and we still have Crimson Mage, who is a totally solid guy, especially with Grim Lavamancer in the pile. Goblin Tunneler. Chasm Drake. Like, he's representing a lot of damage, and he's a Karl Merfolk with an upside, so take him quite happily. Stormfront Pegasus still going around. That's absolutely insane, obviously. Absolutely insane. Dubs, Circle of Flame, .deck. Alright. I'm gonna take Levitation. Gonna take Goblin Grenade. Wasn't I gonna take that the first time around? I think so. So... I'm in blue-red pretty solidly. I've actually managed to pick up fairly high-quality cards, but I think that the general card quality in this draft has been extremely high. So I'm still not that excited about my deck. Don't want to play that. Don't really want to play that. I'm going to hide the Piker sort of cards. Just because I'm deep enough in playables that hopefully we won't have to play them. And the Lightning Elemental, probably. We should hide that. 3 in a row. Cool. Gin of Wishes is amazing. God, I've seen so many Ether Adepts and had to take a slightly better card every single time. But yeah. I don't know that slightly better is quite right here. Gin of Wishes is pretty damn good. I do run the risk of losing to some super aggressive starts. I'm very much a blue-red control deck here. And I don't have a great bottom, but I'm still fairly happy with how the deck's coming together. I think this is Berserker, but I sort of hate him in this deck. Fling is in the pack. Maybe I table that. Not a good pack for me. Mana Leak. Is Mana Leak better than Berserker for my deck? It isn't against my deck, I don't think. Well, I have a few 1-drops, a few 2-drops, 1-1-drop. I think I'll pick them up. Gee whiz. Gee whiz. Isn't Phoenix worth money too? Let me price check that. Jeez Louise. I think it's less than a ticket. I don't know, it's not telling me. I think I'm just taking Azure Mage. I'll probably wheel the Ponder and feel pretty good about it. I already have double looters, so I'd rather get an Azure Mage with nothing to do with extra mana. Is the Phoenix a better card than Azure Mage? No. It's red spell, right? Red instant or sorcery. So yeah, it's just a 2/2 haste flyer, pretty much. I don't have any Chandra's thingamajigs. Well, we took Azure Mage. Reverberate, not quite. I think I'm just taking Amphin Cutthroat. Not too upset about it. This deck could definitely use some stuff to stall the ground still. I don't have a negate or a mana leak yet, and redirect is like probably considerably better. I think it goes later than it should. Anyway, I'm going to take it here and throw it in the deck. Slaughtercry, Merfolk. I don't need another Merfolk. Yeah, I'm actually at the point where I have enough playables and I can start thinking about drafting board cards, or hate drafting, which is unusual. I might take a Lava Axe for Planeswalkers. Or is Ice Cage just better against, like, Jade Mage? Like, probably a green deck doesn't have a great amount of targeting. So, yeah, I think it's a better board card. It's like I get the same, well, get to try to pick one up again. My 5 slot is way too full for Bonebreaker Giant. I also don't think he's very good. I'm going to take Frost Breath or turn to Frog. I think with 2 looters, Frost Breath is going to be better. Bring it in against the super aggressive decks. Negate or Flash Freeze. Or Fling. I think Negate? No, I think Flash Freeze. Yeah, I think so. Obviously a board card again. Gonna hate draft Armored Warhorse. Do I want to demystify maybe? I have 0 on summon effects. Ooh, that's really bad. Well, I was planning to wield a Ponder, but then Goblin Fireslinger came around too, and I think I have just enough Bloodthirst and just little enough ability to actually force through damage that I want this guy in my pile. I don't think he's very good, by the way. Wow. Okay, that's cool. Probably don't play either of those cards main deck, the Tunneler or the Lava Axe, but I'm really happy to have them in my sideboard. Like I was saying, I think Lava Axe is a decent card to have access to against a deck with Planeswalkers. A Planeswalker. Would be nice to have 2. So my deck is interesting. I've never drafted a deck like this before, using these 2 colors. I've always sort of thought that it's a possibility, but I've never really found the 2 colors to flow well enough to put it together. Direct Divination. Frost Breath is probably a bit better with Grim Lavamancer too. It's 11. Then the red. Let's put in just the red I really want first. Alright, so I have 5 cards to add here. Pretty sure I want 17 land, Azure Mage, and 2 looters. I think Fireslinger has to be one of the first to go in. 2 Circle of Flames, right? This is pretty likely to come in useful in the sideboarding.
I suspect Goblin Tunneler is good. Let's look at what that actually lets me hit with. Probably won't be swinging with Amphin Cutthroat or Bell Tower Sphinx too often. Yeah, I'm not sure I really want that. The Hellhound combo is cute, but doesn't happen too often. I think I'm gonna play a Frost Breath. I have 2 looters to get rid of it when it's bad, and I have a Lavamancer, and I have a good amount of late game power, so sometimes just spending a card to get me closer to the late game will be okay. It really sucks that I have no unsummons. I think I might play an Ice Cage just as a way to deal with a giant creature, hopefully for long enough to dig to mind control. Do I have inevitability? I have these 2 guys. I'm gonna be able to get a ton of card advantage. I think I will play a Tunneler. It's fairly reasonable that he is worth it late game, and he's okay on turn 2, even if he like tries to trade with something. I think the last card is going to be Piker or Merfolk. Wait, Slaughtercry seems fine. Given that I don't have unsummons, I could definitely use a combat trick, and the high price of this is a little less painful given that I have Azure Mage, so I can pass with tons of mana up more often. I think that's going to be my build. Probably go 9-8 on the mana. That's what Moto thinks. Yeah, I will do that, and I'm going to put that all together